Hello all. Today in conversation with me I have a wonderful author. His name is KATAMNENI GOPICHAND and he has written this book which is in my hand, and the name of this book is Transformative Threads for Success. Wonderful topic, and I am so lucky to have the author himself with me today in this studio. So we are going to talk a lot about what exactly is this book and how this book can be transformative. So be with me in this conversation, and over to you, sir. Thank you so much, first of all, for joining us in this conversation, and I'm glad you could take out time from your busy schedule and be here. So talking about your book, what exactly is this book all about?
Thank you, Ms. Manika, and nice to be here. The book Transformative Threads for Success is a thought-provoking change management book. Basically, it covers the transformation at the personal, familial, societal, and also the global spheres. And this book metamorphoses and also transforms an individual, and the key focus is all about success. This book defies the societal norms. Like, success is never a singular phrase. Like, if you understand, success is never a singular phrase, and it's not like a one size fits all. So success is a very subjective thing, and as we have so many goals set for each one of us, we have different strands. Like the way the book cover runs into different colors of threads, equally everyone's life is more of different shades. So they plan their own goals, so they have their own fixed objectives, and they being passionate to drive into that direction is all about that. And success doesn't mean that it's absence of failure.
Right.
So failure and success are the essential components of the growth path. And my book also covers a lot on the adaptability and innovation.
Wow.
And it is definitely a mariner's compass in the tumultuous sea of doubt, self-doubt, inhibitions, and all these things. And another beauty of this book is, it silences the self-critic, relegating it to a level where, one feels very confident of what he or she is doing. So it's the journey that matters, not the end result of it.
Right.
So that's all about my book. And yes, there is, like a lot of takeaways from the book. Usually some books carry, a few takeaways, but as many of the readers, they called and told me like it's a fully loaded book or a guide, which has a lot of takeaways on every page. And it is an ageless book from, I can say, of any age, like, 16 years to 80, 90 years also people can read it. And it's a well-rounded, what I can say is the essence where the individual can aspire. And also, if you see, this book has got an in-depth insights running into part 1, part 2, and part 3 in different phases of life. The book covers different phases of life, like the bedrock foundation, then the professional or the entrepreneurship, where the business Olympics is the central theme of the book, and again much on the relationships. So the basic idea is, I did not want the book to be just like a book to read. I wanted it to be a user's or reader's manual, and more than that, a manifesto.
Right.
For all ageless. It is totally ageless book, so anyone can read it.
Wonderful. So I want to ask one question out of this, is that you said that many people which I have seen, they basically want to reach out to a destination. True. But during the process, while they are in the journey, they are stressed out, or they don't enjoy the process. They just hurriedly want to reach out to the destination. So someone who is listening to you at the moment and he's struggling to reach out to a destination, not enjoying the process, what advice do you have for those people?
Yeah, Ms. Manika, see, one is somebody, who is not so passionate, but is compelled to take a profession or something, which is totally a different choice, is number one. Number two is the fear of failure. The fear of failure also pulls somebody back again. So overcoming those failures, that's very important. The mindset. See, again, this book, particularly the Transformative Threads for Success, it drives the champion mindset, not the winner's mindset. See, there is nothing like continuous wins in life. Everybody, have their own highs and lows. So when somebody stumbles, it is that point someone has to pick up from there and need to be a champion. The problem is, people have very fixed goal and they create a self time stress for themselves. That's the reason they lose their interest or probably the courage. But if you haven't put it any fixation of result, but yet you want to believe in the journey, covering each small milestone. See, reaching the final step is something different, but covering each and every milestone, the very small milestone, celebrating those small wins and victories, understanding the nuances, like what are those failures, how could, what those are the lessons or the experiences one gains and how they reflect upon, and have a thoroughly planned action plan to again take the journey forward, then definitely anyone would reach their goal. That's one thing very strongly I believe, and my book also emphasizes that.
wow.
And again, as I mentioned in the beginning, the adaptability and the process of continuous learning from our experiences matters a lot.
Right. So is failure good?
Yes, failure is always very good, because see, when I authored this book, I was emphasizing on failures as one of the key things and an essential part of the growth process. Today, if you see SpaceX, when I wrote this book, and this book lives in reality, because when I have authored this book, that day, SpaceX did not have this success story, right? So it has seen a lot of failures.
Right.
Not only SpaceX, every individual, like you sitting in front of me, I sitting in front of you, we do fail many a times, and we learn a lot of things. And how do we reflect back? How do we act on those things? And that's the key thing to really achieve success. And again, for this, if you ask me, transformative threads for success holds any methods or methodologies or examples? Yes, there are ample amount of examples, methods, and methodologies. One good acrostic explanation is the SLOW and FLOW, where SLOW stands for success-led opportunities and wisdom, and FLOW leads for failure-led opportunities and wisdom.
Wow.
So there are a sequence of steps, properly charted methods, how to pick up those things and move forward. So I think probably it answers your question.
Yeah, because what happens is, since the very beginning, we are not taught to fail, right? We are always taught to be a winner, right? And so we don't learn anything about failure. And when we actually fail, because life is about ups and downs, we get into a lot of ditch and stress, and that's where the struggle starts. So wonderful. Yes, so a lot of insight people will get when they pick up this book, and because transformative threads for success.
Yes.
So what are the threads which
and the major
can
threads,
be kind above?
the major threads I could say is like resilience, then adaptability, innovation, self-confidence, and loving oneself is a key thing for success.
Yes.
And in the modern era, if you really look into things, we are distracted with too many things.
True.
So my book emphasizes on resisting temptations, then keeping away gratifications and believing in delayed gratification. These days, if you see the younger generation, the students, they get distracted a lot. Even the professionals at their mid-career, they get into some sort of depressions or get into addiction. So this delayed gratification is a beautiful technique to practice, how to overcome all these temptations and addictions. It helps a lot in one's own life. And also the innovation that I have covered in the book, that really gives a deeper insight of the business Olympics, the sportsmanship in the workplace. So all these things matters. But when one reads the book with an immersive reading habit, then probably this book can be not just a manual, but it will be a manifesto for themselves.
Wonderful. So what inspired you to pen down this particular topic?
There are many things, but certainly yes, my legacy, having come from scientific background, being a senior scientist, then a principal scientist in the medicinal chemistry division, then ranking up to a vice president and turning around the companies from a bleeding state to a proper comeback stage. Then from there, like my techno managerial skills, as my educational credentials of masters in chemistry, then masters in business administration and strategic planning from Indian Institute of Management. And apart from this, my wise interactions with learned and wise people, as I mentioned, even I learned a lot. Particularly, these were the key factors that inspired. And last but not the least, my brother and my real cousin were also, real inspiration to me, because they have seen the toughest of their lives, but they have made it. And yet they are continuing it, with that success story. It's not that there's a full stop. It's a continuous journey, right?
Right, right.
So this inspired me a lot. And on any given day, it's like my dad who taught me a lot of values. He instilled a lot of values in me. So that's another reason where I got inspired to write this book.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
And writing a book, penning down all your years of experience, all your challenges, all your skills into one book, compilation of
True.
all your life as a journey, it's actually a very hard work. It
Correct.
requires a lot of effort, lot of openness, because the readers would read it, right? So hard work, openness, compilation, everything is required. And then after that, getting a recognition.
True.
In terms of getting an award, getting a recognition in your book is getting Golden Book Award 2025. So how does that feel?
Well, it's a great honor, and thanks to the agency or the Wings publication for hosting such a big thing for the authors. Because see, authors are in general unsung heroes.
Yes.
But this is one good platform where authors are not only acknowledged, but they are recognized for their contribution in this literary world. So we, as doctors for the society, we keep writing. And it is like, up to the readers, like, they take the prescription properly and implement for themselves.
Wonderful.
So it's been a great privilege to be a part of this Golden Book Award winner. And also I congratulate all those fellow authors who have won the award. And as I mentioned in my book, somebody who hasn't won the award also, they are equally, they are equally to be respected. And, just for the reason that they participated in writing is also a great thing.
Great,
and
great,
winning or losing is not success. See, it's all at the end, the journey matters. So
Yes, true.
it's a continuous process where an author keeps writing. That's it.
True, true. So through you, through this channel, through this video, would you like to pass on some message to the viewers who are listening to you right now?
Oh, yes, my message is simple but intense. So I would like to request all the readers to be more authentic. So speaking authentic is good, but living authentic is also equally important. And try to be happy, always. And live in harmony, because success is not a singular phrase or not a singular thing or a standalone thing. It lives with us, within, it lives with everyone around us. So it is at the familial, societal, communal, and global level. So a state of happiness would lead to success. It's not that you're successful and you're happy, right? It's a state of happiness. The intrinsic motivation that you get from this happiness drives you towards success. So that's the message I can give to all the readers.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. And thank you so much for joining us today. And congratulations once again for winning Golden Book Award 2025. And keep writing, keep inspiring. And many people wants that message from us as a reader, as an author, passing on the message. So keep inspiring the world. And thank you so much for joining with us today.
Thank you so much, Ms. Manika, for hosting this. And I'm really glad to be a part of this great occasion today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.